Hello internet world and welcome to my day. I thought I'd do a sit down video for you today, and yes, I am still wearing the red jumper. It's one of my favourites. I've worn it for 3 days now. I think I'm going to have to change it tomorrow, but it's just one of my favourite jumpers and it's super comfortable. It matches my mood because it's a nice bright colour. The weather is fantastic as well. It was quite sort of rainy over the weekend and now we got some really nice sunshine. I love the sort of spring transition into summer as a sort of season or time of year. I don't like the hay fever that it brings with it. I've got hay fever a little bit today and a little bit of a headache, but I would much rather have the brighter weather than the dark, dingy, rainy days. I'm sure most of you will agree. It's much better. But anyway, if you've watched Geekanoids for a long time, you'll know that I'm primarily a very positive person. I see the good in everything, but on occasion I do have to cover difficult subjects, and I want to talk to you about a couple of things that are not that positive, but then I'm going to also end on a very topical debate about selfie sticks, which I actually had a conversation with Parav, PD Tech HD, on Twitter. So first of all, the two sort of negative things. The first one is that when I publish a video about a product, I show the good points and the bad points, and if a particular feature is irrelevant for the video, then I might not necessarily cover it. You know, some products I can't cover absolutely everything because the video would end up being an hour long. So what happened, and I won't name the company, but I got an email from a company asking if I could do another video about the same product because I didn't cover this particular feature. And my response to them was that no, I can't. You know, my video stands as it is and I didn't see that feature as relevant to the product. It wasn't a particularly good feature either. And on this particular product, there wasn't a lot really to talk about other than to show it and to show the main features and what I liked about it. And they had the audacity to ask me to do another video, and I think that's really off. You know, people respect what I say about the products, and the company should have respected the feedback I gave them about the product as well. Also, in their original email, before they actually even sent the product to me, they had a long list of requirements, and I see that happening a lot. It's a trend lately that companies put a lot of requirements on you when you're doing a video. Things like, will you make sure you cover this particular feature? Will you make sure you cover this positively, which I can never guarantee? Will you post to Facebook? Well, yes, if you know what I do, you know that I post to almost social networks after I've done the video anyway. Will you do an Amazon review? No, I won't. And I normally respond to them before they send the products out. And indeed, in this case, I did. And I said that I don't do this. They even asked if I could do a giveaway. I generally don't do giveaways now either. So they'd had all their answers before sending it out. And still they had the audacity to ask me to do the video again, or another video in addition to the one I already published. And I think that there's a lot to be learned from what I've said to other companies, which is if you're sending something out to a reviewer, you have to trust in their opinion and how they're going to cover the product. You'll get to see people that don't cover the products properly, but if you watch my videos, you'll get to see that you at least get a very fair and unbiased video. So, you know, just something to really take on board, that if you're a content creator, don't fall into the trap of being asked too much of by somebody sending you a product. It doesn't matter what value it is, but this particular one was a very low value product as well. But any value product, you know, don't be put upon. Create the content you want to create. And in fact, I wasn't going to talk about this, but about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was offered, let's say, a home security product, and I was offered payment to actually do the video. And I said I didn't want the payment to do the video. I was then sent a long contract to sign with all of these terms and conditions, still with the mention of payment in the contract, so I was still going to get paid for doing the video. And I said, hey, I don't want paying and I can't agree to all of these terms. You can either send the product or not, it's entirely up to you. And they emailed and chose not to send the product. I did bring this to the attention of the actual manufacturer as well, didn't even get a response. So just to let you know that I turned down this particular product because I was offered payment to actually cover the product on the channel. Wasn't offered payment by the manufacturer, it was by like a branding company, but they should have taken note as well. When I responded and said, hey, I don't want payment, they should have said, okay, we'll send you the product anyway. You know, we're not trying to influence your coverage of this said product, and they should have just sent it, or as they chose not to. That was fine anyway. The other sort of, not negative, but another trend I've been seeing in my inbox is a lot of PR companies sending either articles with opinion from a totally unrelated company or infographics, so graphic representations of various statistics, and addressing it to hello Geekanoids, or just hello, or to whom it may concern. We thought you'd be interested in this infographic, or we thought you'd be interested in this opinion of Joe Blogs on the so-and-so Apple Watch, and they're in a totally unrelated industry. Crazy. And I've seen a trend of that happening a lot lately, and PR companies really need to build relationships with content producers and people who have websites, and not just send out anonymous emails and expect the content to be shared. It's not the right way to do it. It's not cool at all. Anyway, on a more sort of positive note, I just wanted to talk to you about a little discussion I had on Twitter, and it was about Wimbledon banning selfie sticks. And I think it was one of the Which magazines or Which Convo tweeted out about it, or no, it was Web User magazine that tweeted about it. And Purav, who I know on Twitter, asked my opinion on it as well. And my opinion on selfie sticks, should they have been banned by Wimbledon? Yes, I think they should have been. If somebody pays a lot for a ticket to see a tennis match, there is nothing worse than seeing a selfie stick in front of your face blocking your view. You've paid for the privilege of watching that particular event. And I think they should in fact extend banning of selfie sticks in events where people pay to see them. So if that's a concert or a sports event, or just anything where you've actually paid for the privilege of having a good view of what you're watching, you shouldn't be obstructed by a selfie stick. It's very, very selfish for the people who are using them. I think that selfie sticks are fine. I use one myself, and I think if you're in a public place, or you're using it out in an open area, where you're not obstructing anyone's view or not spoiling anyone else's enjoyment of the day, and you're respectful to everyone else, then I think they're absolutely fine. In fact, I think they're fantastic. I've used a selfie stick for many, many years, recording videos when I'm walking around with the camera. It gives you a much wider angle of view and allows you to position the camera further away from you and get more in the shot. So I do think they're fantastic devices, but they really shouldn't be used in an event where people have paid to see. That's just, I think, really disrespectful to the other people that are watching alongside you. I hate it as well when I see like a concert. I've seen quite a few on television lately, and nobody's actually watching the concert with their eyes. They're actually recording with their smartphones. So they're recording the event, and rather experiencing it themselves, they're just concentrating on recording it. And I think that's a big, big shame. I really do. Enjoy the event, take a few photos, take a little clip of video if you're allowed to record, just for a memento. But enjoy the event yourself, you know, really take it in. We spend too much time in front of our screens. And with that said, I'm going to say stop watching your screen now. Stop watching my video, but hit like on it really quickly, and I'll see you all again in tomorrow's video.